Alright you guys, I'm making blueberry cheesecake for my next recipe. For those, what I have here first, I preheat my oven for 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Want to make sure the oven will be nice and hot. You gotta take about either way for the 9 or 10-inch springform pan. Then I wrap the bottom plate very tightly with this sheet of aluminum foil, just like that one. I have only about 10 inches. And I lock the edges of the pan, then spray it with nonstick cooking spray, and I just set aside for a moment. I'm breaking out for those graham crackers for the original one. Then I'm going to start with those crusts of those graham cracker. You need to get about here for 1 4 cups of honey or original one. Just want to make sure the graham crackers needs to break it into these chunks, really small one. We're going to use it only for 9 graham crackers. If you don't have graham crackers, you can substitute with the digestive biscuits or the other cookies if you have in the house. I'm going to use the food processor to speed out the process. You can also use the old school ways, using with the plastic Ziploc baggie and taking the rolling pin or a kitchen hammer. You get it bang over. I'm going to put this one, 3 tablespoons of light or dark brown sugar has been firmly packed. I'm using only about dark. I'm just going to break it up a second. And 6 tablespoons of melted butter. It's going to keep popping. Got a springform pan that I might be showing you before. And here's the crust, these combos of the graham crackers, sugar, and butter. Let's put this right into this prepared springform pan. Spread this around. And just gotta pack it down real firm. Alright, it just packed over here down the bottom of the springform pan. We're going to toast these crusts in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. After 8 to 10 minutes starting with, you're going to take it out of the oven, put it on a wire rack to set it aside for a moment while preparing for the cheesecake batter. Now we're going to go for the light blue cheesecake batter. I have 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. Going to mix with 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Cornstarch can help the cheesecake batter stays after it's baked in the oven. Don't want to get melted over, but cornstarch to the rescue for the cheesecake. We're going to break all the cornstarch to the sugar. We're going to use it a little whisk. There we go. We're going to set this for a moment. In a separate bowl, I plop it in. 3-ounce packages of Philadelphia original cream cheese has been brought to room temperature. We're going to add the sugar and cornstarch combo right into this, and we're going to cream it together. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is cream, very light and fluffy. We're going to slowly add in 3 large eggs, have that also at room temperature. We're going to beat this one at a time, and I'm going to keep going. Alright, we're going to add in here 1 cup of sour cream. I'm also going to put in 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. And don't forget to put in here 4 teaspoons of kosher salt. Okay, keep beating it. Okay, make sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl down here, using with the rubber spatula to get everything of those lumpy batter, just like that. So it just scrape it down. So to give this to a color of the cheesecake, I like to put in here 1/4 cup of blueberry jam or preserves. I'm using wild blueberry preserves that have been melted in the microwave. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Right, let's keep beating over. Right, this might be perfect. We're going to do for the first sample. We're going to pour this batter right into the warm crust has been prepared into a springform pan. You see, this is really light batter of a cheesecake. I did use the off camera. I wrapped the bottom of the pan in the oven bag, tie it down very tightly, wrap the bottom of the springform pan with 2, 3, or 4 more sheets of the aluminum foil after the oven bag has been wrapped up. You're going to place it into a large roasting pan. Then you want to fill it in hot boiling water halfway up for about 2 inches. That gets for the water bath. And we're going to return it back in the oven for 1 hour and 30 minutes in the middle of the rack until firm and lightly brown on top. But be careful not to overbake. And I didn't forget to mention about the oven bag that might be showing this. Here's what you want. Reynolds Kitchen oven bag, turkey size. Return the oven 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it's been after 1 hour and 30 minutes. I turn off the oven. I leave the door open to just a little crack. Gonna use the wooden spoon to hold it really easily and let it rest for 2 hours. When after 2 hours, you're gonna take it out. Don't forget to remove the spoon. I took it out of the oven after its rest for 2 hours. Then removing from the wooden spoon off the door. Then I put it on the cooling rack. Peel off the aluminum foil from the bottom of the pan, followed by from the oven bag. Then you want to cover it tightly with some plastic wrap and place it into the refrigerator to chill for 3 hours, or speed up the process and put it in the freezer for 30 to 40 minutes. Alright, while the cheesecake waiting here to chill, we're going to prepare for the blueberry sauce. What I have here into the sauce pot over medium heat. We're going to combine 1.5 cups of fresh or frozen blueberries. I'm using frozen blueberries that have been already rinsed. Now I just combined the same, 1/3 cup of granulated sugar mixed with 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch, 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of cold water, and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm just going to stir around until the blueberries are tender. Alright, when the sauce is thickened, you can remove from the heat, and you want to let them cool on a wire rack for 20 minutes. Alright, here's the cheesecake has been chilled over here into the freezer or in the fridge. I'm going to pour these blueberry sauce has been already made earlier. Then I'm going to wait for the second assemble. So let's pour this right on top of the cheesecake. Needs to chill for. If this got any leftover, you can save it for later. Do that for the next day. And here you go. You have a finished blueberry cheesecake. If you're interested for more recipes, write down in the comments below if you want to see something. Make sure to view all videos you watch before sharing. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell to see all notifications about the new videos and the latest video. Don't forget to smash the like button. As always, enjoy!